Hi, I'm Chris Lewis, engineer for the Lakeville Fire Department, and welcome to another edition of On Call. The goal of this program is to educate and inform the citizens of Lakeville about how their all-volunteer fire department trains in response to emergencies. Let's take a look at what's coming up on this edition of On Call. Captain Steve Glinski from Station 4 joins me, and we will show you how firefighters train with the department's tender apparatus. Next, Fire Chief Mike Meyer highlights the Public Safety Foundation's first annual Glow Run. In Ask the Firefighter, Chris Hornyak, a lieutenant from Station 4, answers a viewer's question about CO detectors. I will get you caught up on the latest happenings around the fire department. And Spot the Fire Dog talks with Lieutenant Paul Miskimen and learns how we connect a hose to a hydrant and then how we spray water from a fire truck. Tonight we're training at Station 4 with Tender 1, and joining me is Captain 4 Steve Glinski. Steve, how you doing?
Pretty good, thank you.
Good. So what are we doing here tonight?
Well, the tender truck is here in Lakeville, and it provides water supply for areas of the city that aren't hydranted. So we still have areas of the cities. Eureka Township down south, which is in our fire area, doesn't have hydrants. So we need to set up tanks similar to the tank I have behind me, and then use the tender to shuttle water from the nearest water supply or hydrant to the fire scene.
Okay, so what do we have in this truck that's unique from all our other trucks in the
Absolutely,
fleet?
This truck is unique because it does one thing really well, and that's carry water. It's a 3,000 gallon baffled tank. The baffles are in there to keep the water from sloshing around and making the vehicle difficult to drive. And its sole purpose in the world is to haul water between a water source and where we need it at a fire.
So how much water do we have in this truck?
So it's a 3,000 gallon tank. Compare that to 600 gallons on average that we carry on a frontline engine. So this is a significant amount of water. It also carries 2 tanks like I have behind me here. Each of these will hold 3,000 gallons. So we can have 6,000 gallons on scene and be bringing another 3,000 gallons on the tender. This tender is also unique. It does have a front nozzle on it, and we've used that for brush fires. In fact, we had a truck fire out on the interstate that this truck actually put out. So it is specialized for water supply, but it also does have pumping capabilities for suppression.
Okay, excellent. So kind of paint a picture for me of what the scene looks like if we're on a structure fire out in the county and we're using this type of scenario.
Absolutely. So the first arriving engine will use the water supply that they have on that engine. So it's 600, 650 gallons. Big fires use a lot of water. I mean, it's not that hard of math. Big fire, big water. We'll roll the tender. We'll also pull in tenders from surrounding cities to do water shuttles. The tender will show up. A crew will assist getting the 2 3,000 gallon tanks set up. They'll dump 3,000 gallons of water into one of the tanks and then head out to get more water. The crews on scene will then establish a connection to that engine. And it's a little bit different and more complex, and that's why we're training tonight to actually draft out of a tank. So when we hook to a hydrant, there's actual pressure coming from the water system in the city. It makes it much easier to pump. Some of our hydrants have over 60 psi of pressure, which pretty much can run a hose line. So we just then bump it up with the engine. When we're drafting, we actually have to pump the water out of the tank. And it's a tough skill. And so that's why we're drilling on that tonight, both operations of the tender as well as operations of the pump that's going to be pulling the water out of the tank.
Okay, so you said we partner with neighboring towns that also have trucks like this, so I imagine this truck goes
Absolutely.
Yeah,
our mutual aid is great down here. You know, we help out other cities when they need help. They help us out, and tendering of water is definitely one of our more frequent calls for assistance.
So I know that this is Tender 1 and it's stationed at Station 1. Why are we training with it up here at 3 and 4 tonight?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it's positioned at Station 1 because they're the furthest south, and it's closer to where we generally tender water. They're going to respond with this truck first. It's very likely that one of the other stations, 3, 4, or 2, will actually arrive on scene first with their engine and will need to pump and draft out of the tank. So all the crews really need to know tender operations as well as pumping operations from a drop tank. So this evening, Station 3 and 4 will both be practicing not only pumping out of our drop tanks, but actually filling and filling and dumping water using the tender.
So we have one tender truck, but we're training with 2 different stations in 2 locations. How's that going to work tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. So this evening, it's going to be really about rotation. So we're going to have crews that are operating engine 44 here, engine 3 at station 3. We'll have a drop tank at each station. And then we're actually going to use the water tender to drop water to and from the stations. So we'll drop water at station 4. We'll practice filling up the tender with a hydrant. We'll then drive to station 3, dump water in their tank, fill there, and the whole time we're going to be rotating out crew. So everybody gets a chance to do each position tonight through training.
Well, Steve, it's great to know that we're training, learning all the equipment for the station. I appreciate you being here tonight and walking us through what we're going to do.
Yeah, looking forward to training with you guys tonight. Thanks.
Thank you. When we come back, Fire Chief Mike Meyer is going to highlight the 2016 Lakeville Public Safety Foundation Glow Run.
Hey, Phil! Oh, hey, Tank. How's it going? I'm feeling really drained today. Yeah, me too. Where's all this water going anyway? Unfortunately, on the lawns. Some people are watering every other day, even after it rains. Watering that much seems just wasteful. You're right, Phil. It is.
Help out Phil and Tank by watering your lawn only when needed.
Hi, I'm Fire Chief Mike Meyer, and welcome to another edition of Fire Chief's Corner. I'm joined today by Kirsten, Lisa, and Kim from the Lakeville Public Safety Foundation. Tonight we're at the Lights and Sirens Glow Run. So Kirsten, can you tell us a little bit about the Lakeville Public Safety Foundation?
The Lakeville Public Safety Foundation is an organization that was created about 2 years ago from citizens in Lakeville, and we raise money for the Lakeville Police and Fire Departments for some of their wants, not necessarily their needs.
Okay.
So we've raised money over the last couple of years and got them some grants.
Excellent. And how did, I guess, Lisa, how did we come up with this idea of the Lights and Sirens Glow Run, or how did we start this?
Yeah, we were looking for a fun event for the community, and we wanted to get people active and with the lights and the sirens of the police and fire departments. We thought it would be a great organization to give the money to that we would make at the Glow Run.
Excellent. And Kim, kind of what tonight's event, tell us a little bit how it's going to start and what's going to happen through the evening.
We have a fun evening planned. We've got vendors set up, we've got giveaways, we've got people who have pre-registered get t-shirts and swag bags and glowware. So we're going to have DJ Chad and some music going, a little dance party, and then about 9 o'clock we're going to start the race. You can either do a 1.25 mile walk run or you can do the 5K walk run. We're going to light up our glow sticks, and when the sun goes down, we're going to have some fun.
All right, Lisa, being this was our first year of this Lights and Sirens Glow Run, kind of how did we do for registration?
Well, boy, it really went well. We got over 250 registers, and we're actually having more coming in tonight, so it's looking wonderful.
Excellent, excellent. Kirsten, the money raised tonight is going to go used for obviously grants that the police and fire departments apply for. So in the past, what have they applied for as far as grants that they've gotten?
We have purchased a new Sparky costume. Maybe you see him walking around here because he's here tonight.
Excellent.
And we've did some AEDs for the police department. We've done some fire relief kits for fire victims. And then we're looking to do some rescue pumps for the fire station.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you for all the work that you put in tonight. I appreciate it. I'm sure the police department's going to appreciate it also for all this stuff. And just thanks, and this looks like it's going to be a great night for us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. So far, it's been a busy summer. Let's take a look at some of the things happening around the fire department. We have had a number of fires recently, including this one in a dumpster near the Heritage Cub Foods. This occurred on the 4th of July and possibly was started with used fireworks being discarded in the dumpster. A few days earlier, we also had this dumpster catch on fire in Arnson Park. Firefighters arrived quickly and put out the fire. Firefighters were called out to a house on Garcia Way when this bath fan caught on fire. This is a good reminder to use a vacuum on your bath fans to clean out the lint that might have built up over the years. Residents at this house on Gannon Avenue had some trouble with their stove, and firefighters assisted with the incident. Now here's a good reminder to keep things away from the fireplace, especially the ones that can burn. Another good reminder is to clean out the exhaust from your dryer once a year. Lint can build up anywhere from in the dryer all the way to the outside. This lint, if not removed, can start on fire. Needless to say, this dryer unit from a house on Jacquard Path doesn't need to be cleaned anymore. LFD assisted in a few mutual aid calls, including a couple of structure fires in Apple Valley. Mutual aid is a great resource for our area fire departments, as we all benefit from it when there are major incidents in our community. We had a bunch of calls involving vehicles, including this meet and greet at 160th and Pilot Knob Road. These vehicles shared some paint with each other at 172nd and Kenwood Trail. Here, a couple of vehicles will be in the repair shop after their meeting at 185th and Jagger Path. We had a bunch of vehicles that sustained substantial fire damage at the Oaks apartment near downtown Lakeville. And this car got a little toasty under the hood in an area parking lot. Vandals lit this porta potty on fire in one of our local parks. Needless to say, no one will be using that unit again. LFD hosted our annual waffle breakfast in early July. Thanks to all that came out to support our Relief Association. Then later that day, the department drove a few trucks in the Panaprog Parade, and Sparky greeted people from the bucket of Ladder 1. We recorded a time lapse of this ride during the entire parade. Check out our Facebook site or the city's YouTube page to see all of the video. Also, during Panaprog, firefighters helped out with the annual ping pong drop with the assistance from our Ladder 1. In mid-July, Chief Mike Meyer presented the quarterly report to the City Council. At the same meeting, LFD received a donation from Fairview Clinics for rescue pumps. These new kits are used in CPR situations and will be located in various fire vehicles. Special thanks to Fairview Clinics and everyone involved in this donation. A few firefighters have been stopping by some games at the Miracle Field at King Park recently. This is giving players and their families a chance to try on some gear, tour a rig, and answer any questions. And finally, in early August, all 4 stations were out and about throughout town for National Night Out. This is a great opportunity for the department to meet a lot of residents and allow citizens to get to know their fire department. And that's just some of the things happening around the fire department.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Hi, I'm Chris, a lieutenant here at Station 4, and today's Ask the Firefighter question comes from Cooper. And Cooper asks, what is a CO detector and why do I need one in my home? Thanks for your question, Cooper. A CO detector is a device that detects the presence of carbon monoxide, also known as CO. CO is a colorless, tasteless, and odorless compound produced by incomplete combustion of carbon-containing materials. It is often referred to as the silent killer because it is virtually undetectable without using detection technology. Some common sources of CO include appliances with open flame, space heater, water heaters, block chimneys, or running cars inside garage. It is a state law to have a fully operational carbon monoxide alarm installed within 10 feet of each room for sleeping purposes. The same requirements for smoke detector. If a CO alarm sounds, a person should verify that the occupants are not showing any signs of CO poisoning, headache, nausea, vomiting, disorientation. If anyone in the home has symptoms of CO poisoning, everyone should leave the residence and then call 911. If you have no symptoms of CO poisoning, open windows or doors, allow fresh air to enter, and contact a utility company or appliance repair company as soon as possible. Thanks for your question, Cooper. If you have a question for Ask the Firefighter, use the contact information on your screen.
Oh, I'm so excited. Everyone that desires spot the fire dog, because I like to spot and stomp out the fires. And I'm here today at fire station number 2, where my buddy Firefighter Paul is going to show me some cool stuff on the new truck and show me how to hook up hoses to fight the fires. Let's go see how that works. Hey, Firefighter Paul, it's me, Spot the Fire Dog. How are you doing today?
Good, Spot. How are you?
I think it's dripping outside.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. But hey, I'm so excited that we got this new fire truck, and look at all these cool buttons. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what these buttons do?
Well, you bet, Spot. This here is where all the magic happens with the fire truck. This is how we get the water into all of our lines when we're going to go fight the fire.
Oh, which button takes the rabbit out of the hat?
Well, that would be behind this panel here, but we can't show you what's behind the curtain.
Oh, cool.
That gives away the secrets.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to show the secrets.
No.
Now, what are these meters up here? It says foam, 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 foam.
Right, this one here, this correlates to one of our hose lines, whichever one that we pulled off the truck, and we got a little map up there that shows exactly which one you're pulling so you know what you're looking at. Oh. And that is going to show me how much pressure is in that line. We want to give them so much pressure, and that's how I can tell right there.
Very good. Now, is there a water capacity in this truck, or do you have to just hook up to the hydrants here?
Oh no, we have some water on this truck. There's 750 gallons of water on here.
How many?
750 gallons.
Wow, how many bottles of milk is that?
Well, we don't have time for that.
He's doing math. Well, hey, could we hook up a hose to a hydrant and see how you hook it up and get the water sprayed out? Because I'd really like to spray the water.
We can definitely do that.
Okay, let's do it. Oh,
right.
This is great. I'm so excited. Hey, Firefighter Paul, we have now moved to the back of the truck. What have we got here?
What we have here, Spot, is a pipe that we would hook our hydrant onto to get water into the pump to fight the fire.
Very good. Now, what's the diameter of the connector and the hose that we're going to put on?
We're going to connect in a 5-inch diameter hose. It's called our large diameter hose.
Good, good. And how much water can come through here in like a minute?
Depending on the hydrant we're on, you can get all the way up to 700-800 gallons a minute, sometimes even more in the industrial areas.
Well, you could fill up a swimming pool with that real quick.
Yes, you could.
All right, show me how it's done here, Paul.
Okay.
Ah!
Oh, that's dirty water.
All over me. That's okay. No pressure.
No pressure at all. Nobody's watching.
No one's watching. Hey, okay. Very good. Hey, now, excellent. Now you got it hooked up to the truck. Now where do we go?
Now we're going to have to go over to the hydrant and get water into the line.
Let's see how it works.
Very good.
Let's go. Hey, Firefighter Paul, we've tippy-toed over here to the hydrant. Show me what's up next.
All right, first thing we have to do is we have to get the lid off it. We have to have somewhere to hook that hose.
Oh, yeah? Oh, beautiful technique.
Once we get that open, watch yourself.
I'm hearing noise.
There's a little bit of noise.
Yep, I do. Now what's going to come? Ah! Oh. Hey! Ah! What are you doing? Stop! Oh! Hit me in the face with the wrench. Firefighter Paul, what were you doing having that water come out there without the hose hooked up? I think you forgot something.
I did not forget the hose just yet. One thing that we want to do at this point is make sure there's nothing in the line because we don't use these that often, thankfully.
But over time, things can get stuck in there. We don't want that in our truck. So.
Oh, like rocks and birds, maybe?
Rocks, birds, toy trucks, all kinds of stuff.
Got it. Now let's see how you hook it up.
Okay.
Once again, no pressure. Take your time. Wow. Oh, I like that.
Okay, now we're ready for water.
All right, now where's the water going to go now?
The water's going to go through this line,
yeah,
up to the truck where we hooked it up before.
Oh, so this is going to help power the water coming out of the truck then?
Exactly.
Oh, no. All right, here we go. This is going to be cool. Oh, look at that swell. It's like my stomach after I have about 14 bratwursts. Okay, well, we got the water all going to the pumper now.
Yes,
Can we
do.
go up front and see how the water gets squirted?
You bet, let's go.
Okay, Firefighter Paul, is this where we get the hose going?
Almost. We got to come to the front of the truck first, Spot, and turn on the truck and get the pump going. Then we can spray water.
Well, turn it on. I want the squirt. I want the squirt.
Okay.
We're powered up! Oh, getting closer to squirting the hose! Oh, Firefighter Paul, I'm so disappointed. I thought we were gonna go squirt the hose. Why are we back here at the pump panel? Why?
Because, Spot, we have to be here before we can get water up there. We need now to decide which hose that we're going to put water into. Depending on the fire we have will determine what line we're going to pull.
How many choices of hoses do you have?
We have 6.
Oh, well, which one do we want to shoot?
Right now, I think we're going to do the front bumper line.
All right, well, pump that, push the button, whatever you have to do. I'm going to have a conniption fit if I don't spray water soon.
You might get water sprayed on you.
Oh, okay. Here we go. I wish I was tall enough to pull one of those.
There you go. Now we're ready. We can go up front and shoot some water.
Well, I'm not going to get too excited this time till I have the hose in my hand.
Probably a good idea.
Okay, Firefighter Paul, let's see the hose. Oh, there's the hose!
There, you bet.
Oh
this
my
is our
goodness.
nozzle on the front line.
Oh, what a good water fight you could have with that one. Oh, look at it go. Oh, I think I'm glad you're firing that, Firefighter Paul. I don't think I know how to do that. That'd be way too big for me. Well, hey, Firefighter Paul, I want to thank you so much for showing me how the hose works in the new truck.
You're very welcome, Spot. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, you're very welcome. And we'll see you next time, everyone. This is Spot the Fire Dog, because I like to spot and stop out the fires. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Hey, let's see you squirted again, Firefighter Paul.
Okay.
Here it goes. Woo! Hey, get that bird up in the tree.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of LFD On Call. If you have questions, comments, an idea for the program, or would like to send a question in for Ask the Firefighter, please call 952-985-4700 or use the email address at the bottom of your screen. Thanks for joining us, and all fire units are clear.